Hello, YouTube, and everybody watching. First and foremost, a little bit of a side note. I am having a very bad brain fog right now because of my ADHD, so if this video is awful, I apologize in advance. However, I'm excited to tell you guys that everything is going in the right direction because I did do my weigh-in on Friday, and I posted the numbers on Facebook, so follow me there, you know the numbers. But here it is, right here in black and white. 27.5% body fat. I have not been at that number since 2022, I think, or 23-ish. It has been a solid 2 years since I've been at 27.5. Now, with that said, there's a lot that I still need to rethink, especially diet-wise, because while I'm doing things well, I can do things even better. And the closer you get, when you're at 30%, I think I've said this a couple weeks ago, when you're at 30%, you can have a bit more fun with a second spoonful of ice cream. But the closer you get to those goal weights, the more that fun is gonna have to stop, and you're gonna have to really think about, is this worth it? And that's one of the big things that, like on Wednesday, I was hanging out with my best friend Alexa and her boyfriend Alex and Amanda, and they all had red velvet cake. And red velvet cake's okay. It's not my favorite thing, but I thought to myself, is it worth 100 calories right now, where I could easily just have a 30-calorie ice pop, get the dessert feeling, and not have to have 100 calories on my count? Yeah, to me, the ice pop is better than the cake. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about diet, but I don't want to go too far into the weeds because I feel like diet is very personal. And it's one of those things that, Pete is one of the people that I most respect and trust when it comes to fitness and food. And even he and I will never agree totally on diet. Even if I go for what he would consider to be a good lunch and a good dinner, him and I will always disagree on breakfast because he hates the protein shakes and I love protein shakes. A good chocolate protein shake, because I love chocolate milk. So that's one of my things that I'm never going to be willing to give up chocolate milk, but I'm willing to substitute it for like a chocolate protein shake. I was talking to Greg actually on Friday about this too. Like with the hot cocoa, I'm eventually going to have to give up hot cocoa and move it back to protein shakes. Because right now I have like a hot cocoa a morning, which is awful and full of sugar and full of calories. And I know it's something that I'm going to have to give up if I want to get down to 15%. However, I am very happy to the point where, again, funny story that I forgot to tell last time when I did my weigh-in. I say I love you to the machine. The girl that does the weigh-ins with me probably thinks I'm a nut job, but it's like, I always get nervous the night before. And even if I was eating clean, even if I listened to Pete and all the other trainers that I talked to and followed their advice 100%, I'd still be nervous about weigh-in day because I just always am. And it's just one of those things that I think it's just a natural thing that we just get nervous about it. And when you see good numbers like 27.5% body fat, 105.4% muscle mass, it's great. And the funny thing is I was like thinking to myself, well, why is my weight still going up? It should be going down. But then it dawned on me, A, muscle weighs more than fat, and B, the last time I started to get down to good percent body fat, which 27.5 isn't great, but it's the best I've been in a long time. My muscle mass was garbage. It was like 88%, 89%. Like I was losing muscle mass and fat. This time around, which I'm very happy about, I'm just losing fat. That's all I want to lose. I don't care. I sometimes I got to remind myself that the top number doesn't matter. I can be, as long as I'm, at 15% body fat, I don't care if that top number reads 250 or 175 or 200 or whatever the top number is. I don't care. I care about how much my muscle mass is and my percent of body fat. Body composition, that's the key here. The other thing is that to go back into first light categories, my max for lat pull down is 160, and I saw like a YouTube video that makes sense that if you can be able to do your body weight in a lat pull down, you'll be able to do pull-ups. And I've never been able to do pull-ups not assisted, so That is obviously when James Bond is doing, holding onto a side of a building or pulling his body weight over a, fence or whatever. He's not assisted. He's doing it with his own arms and his own strength. So clearly that's something I need to work on to be able to do that. Because when I play the game, I want to be able to do, again, within reason, what Bond does physically. Because that's what this first light challenge is all about. So now that I know what my max number is for lat pull down and that I can hang on the bar for 10 seconds, now it's going to be, let's see if I can get from 160 to 165 and from, 10 seconds to 15 seconds. Those are the two goals that I'm going to have for this week, but also for the next 2 weeks, really. And also, like I said, 27.5, I need to start thinking about, is it worth it? And limiting things too, ice cream, things like that. Because, like I said, even though we're getting closer to the fall months, Halloween, the two big things that scare me, I told Greg at the gym, was Halloween, because free candy, and Christmas, because of gingerbread men. Those are the two big things that really scare me because, for the first time in my life, summertime is not a gaining weight, it's losing weight. So now I'm excited about that. But the two other big times that I gain weight is October and Christmas time. And those two are right around the corner. October is almost 2 months away. So that's kind of scary for me. But overall, I'm just celebrating this win. Like I said, 27.5% body fat, 105 muscle mass. Things are going in the right direction for me, which for the first time in a long time. And I'm so excited about that. And I want to thank everybody who's been on this journey for me for the past 2 months. This First Light Fitness Challenge has been challenging, especially with all the outside stress and everything. But again, it's really been a rewarding experience for me. And I hope that my progress is a rewarding experience for all of you, these entertaining videos, but which is, I know it's 7 minutes, but I knew that this one's going to be a long one because there's so much to say. So long story short, just going to limit it now to, I need to really, now that I'm at 27.5, now it's even more of a situation of, is it worth it? I got to start thinking about that. Is this extra spoonful of ice cream worth it? When I could easily just have like a water with powder in it and get sort of the same sort of flavor. Is it worth it to have that piece of cake or whatever? I got to start thinking about that. And also, I got to start increasing my max weight because I really want to increase my muscle mass in the gym. And the best way to do that, start figuring out what your limitations are and start pushing past that. Anyways, that's what I kind of wanted to say today. Once again, super happy that I'm down to 27.5. First time since 2023 that I've been at 27.5. Still, my goal is 25%. That's my goal. If I can get to 25%, I'm going to be very happy. And then obviously down to 20 and then 15. Once I'm at 15, then it's going to be about maintaining. But anyways, that's it for now. Hope you have yourselves a wonderful week. Thank you. And I believe in you, and I hope you still believe in me. Have yourself a great week. Bye.